All right, first things first, raise up the car. Gotta do the back first, so make sure you use that little area there, which is like a pinch. That way you can lift it, give yourself enough space to put the jack, and then we'll start taking off the wheels. Just make sure that you loosen them before you actually lifted the car. All right, first step, go ahead and raise up the car. Make sure you put the jack on these pinch points on the frame. Lift it as well from there. Give yourself enough space to put the jack. Make sure you loosen the lug nuts before you raise up the car. Makes it a lot easier. Let me get the other side done and we'll get to it. Okay, for the back, this is what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a 14 shallow socket, long socket 17, and a 19 shallow and long. 3/4 inch. If you have an impact, that'd be great. If not, another 3/4 inch. And we're gonna remove this 14, this 17, and this 19. So you'll need either the shallow or the long socket on either side, just as long as you hold it. Break them loose, take out the bolts. Remember the direction the bolts go in, so these bolts come this way and this bolt goes the opposite way. So just make sure you put everything back how it goes. But I'm gonna go ahead and remove this, drop it down, and get the original spring out. Okay, I got all my bolts out. I did use a jack to support it because the spring is gonna have tension. I usually lay down my bolts the way I took them out, so this one's in that direction, these two are going that direction, so I know which way to put them back in. So now that everything is down, we can go ahead and relieve tension with the jack slowly. All right, and that spring is ready to come out nice and loose. All right guys, these are the Elantra and Eibach lowering springs. Should lower the car about 1/2 inch. So inside the box, 2 rear coils, 2 bump stops for the front coils. You get instructions. So pretty straightforward process, but if you don't know, read it over. And this tells you about the bump stop, how to set it up, and you get an Eibach sticker. So let's get to it. Let's put it on. All right guys, so there is a difference from your stock spring. It's a little bit wider, a little bit thinner. This one's going to be a little bit more stronger spring, but it will lower your car. Let's see here. So you can tell it's about 1/2 inch difference. That may be the difference, but I did want to show you on these bushings that it has on the end. Basically like tar pads. You have to spin them off. Spinning it on. Sorry, I only got one hand. So there we go. And it comes right off after you spin it off. Okay guys, the only issue I ran into on this bottom arm here, this actually pivots left and right like if it's a spherical bearing. It's probably not a spherical bearing, but it just moves. Best thing I found to do on one side, if you have room, stick a screwdriver in it and line it up. So you basically put in a screwdriver in the opening there and line it up and then put your screw through. All right, we got both sides put on. No issues, just that bottom bolt right there, that's the only one that's kind of finicky. Other than that, very straightforward process. Let's move on to the front. Just make sure you torque everything factory specs, or you want to give it ugga-duggas, your choice. I did factory specs. Put on the tires, drop it down, and move on to the front. All right, just from the front and back, you can tell a big difference. So about 2 fingers, and it looks good. Put it on the back, you're gonna have 1/2 a finger. That looks good. We'll see how the front looks. All right guys, to take this side apart, you're gonna take out these two. They're 19s on this side, 17s on this side. There's a 14 that goes on the back of right here of the spring or of the dampener. There's also this one here, which is going to be this that goes to your sway bar. So it's your sway bar link. That's going to be a 14. You take that off. This is going to fall forward, and then you undo the 14s up top, and you bring out your spring. Now we need to get a spring compressor on this. Take off the spring. If you don't have a spring compressor, you could just go to AutoZone and get one, which is what I'm going to do. It's getting a little bit dark out here. Hasn't taken me that long. I started kind of late, but let me go get one, and hopefully I can show you how it looks. If not, I'll go ahead and record it in the morning and let you know. We got it. Let's roll out. Alright, so this is basically how the spring compressor works. So it's these right here. You just want to pinch down enough to where you hold this pressure that it has, so when you take off this bolt, it doesn't fly out and hit you, kill you, knock you into your jewels, whatever. But just be careful when you do it. Make sure you have enough tension on it. Sometimes one side will squeeze a little bit more than the other. It's fine. Just make sure you tighten it up pretty good. Cool thing on this is it was a 19 on these. It's also a 19 for that nut right there. So once you take this off, top hat should come off. You can take off the spring, put the new spring on, but we're gonna be doing that top hat. So we'll read the directions and put that on. All right, so super simple. Under the 19, everything came apart. That's the spring. Stock bump stop just sits in here. I took that out. It says just go ahead and take it out and replace it. So we're going to put the new one in. And that's it. Now we'll go ahead and put a new spring on there, compress it down, tighten it up, put it back in the car. Alright guys, it's the next day. I did finish lowering it. Looks a lot better. The front still needs to settle. It should go down a little bit more. But other than that, it's looking good.
As you see, the front of the car did settle. For some reason, springs are always lower in rear, but it looked great and did great on track.